Welcome to part 2 of Meet My 7-Star Characters. So I feel like I'm going to make this like an ongoing series where every 5 champions that I pull as a 7-star, I'm going to bring them to Realm of Legends and then just introduce them to y'all. So yeah, we have our next batch of 5. So I have 10 7-stars now, which is pretty dang sweet. And the first one here is Domino. And Domino, I might get some heat for this, but I feel like she's my least favorite of the batch. It's just because she's so RNG based, man. It's just really annoying, right? Like, some fights she clears so fast, and other fight it's just like nowhere near as fast, right? But she still is a pretty fun character. I love her SP2. Her animations are pretty sweet. And yeah, I feel like she still has a lot of value. And then once I awaken her, oh my gosh, like, watch out on defense, man. That's gonna be a rough time to deal with a 7-star Domino that's awakened. Like, man, that sounds painful. That sounds totally painful. But yeah, that probably won't happen for a while because, I currently have 10 7-stars and there's 36 in the current pool. So if I open a crystal, it's like most likely that I'm going to get a new champion, which I'm not mad about because I love new characters, right? Like, I always make content on the new champions. So if I have like a new 7-star character, that's also pretty cool as well. And additionally, like, if you dupe a character and they need like high sig, it really doesn't do much overall. Like, Domino, she wants high sig for defense, right? And like, it is Titan shards though, at least, which, speaking of Titan, the Titan crystal looks crazy already, man. They released the pulls already, and it started off with Mystic, which, by the way, kind of controversial because of like what happened there. We'll just brush past that for now. The skill one, Mole Man was in it, and oh my gosh, I wish he won that, bro, because he's my favorite character in the entire game. I have a rank 5 Mole Man. I don't care. I would love the 7-star version to have like 2 like copies of him. But yeah, he didn't win, unfortunately. Shang-Chi won, which is also pretty dang sweet. And then Warlock just dominated the tech one, which is pretty awesome because he's so much fun to play and he's just such an awesome character. I have him at rank 5, and I just don't care because, 2 Warlocks, that is quite awesome. Back to this video though, my next 7-star is Sasquatch, and I love Sasquatch. So like, if you don't know this about me, I have a very concerning like love for extra large characters. I don't know why. It's just, maybe they just feel like, I just feel really protected when I play them, right? Like Overseer, I love. Mole Man's my favorite character in the entire game. I love Thing to pieces, man. Thing is my favorite one probably, besides Mole Man, just because he's so like adorable and he's just like massive and like you can't die with him. So yeah, I just love Thing so much. And Sasquatch is also extra large, so of course I just love the guy because, that's just my type of character. And he is massive, right? Like, look at the size on this guy. And he has like just a lot of hair, which is weird, but it's interesting. I don't mind it, right? And he's also like a pretty strong damage dealer. So yeah, just everything about this guy is just amazing. His health pool is massive as well. So yeah, this guy just like has everything for me. So yeah, big fan of Sasquatch. And the damage output you're going to see is kind of crazy. So here we're going to drop the SP2, and you're going to see the damage right now after we do one more medium attack. So here we drop it, 184,000, another crit right there, and yeah, she just melted in like a minute and 16 seconds, man. Very fun time. Very fun time. And now we have who I think is probably the second best champion of this batch, War Machine. I love this guy. I will keep saying his praises. I just am the biggest fan of this dude. I feel like he's so good. He is so good. And this fight is not a good example. I would just skip this fight if I were you because, oh my gosh, Juggernaut is just like the worst champion in the entire game to fight against. Like, it's so annoying. I call him the Realm of Legends killer because he just kills all the fun runs because his unstoppable is just terrible, man. It is just so terrible. But yeah, War Machine, I feel like he is a very simple tech champion, but he's also just very good as well. He's so tanky, which I love tanky characters. Like, extra large characters are all tanky, so that's why I really like them. But if you're tanky at base, then yeah, I'm a big fan of you for sure. Additionally, he just has a lot of damage output, and I am a damage simp for sure. So yeah, just a very fun time there. He has like both of my favorite things, and he also just has like a lot of utility too, with like the armor break and like the prowess removal, and just like his pre-fights as well. So there is just a lot to like about this champion. I feel like he is the most hidden gem in this like batch because he is so good, man. Like, people say he's not good for Battlegrounds. That's not the case at all, because I use him in Battlegrounds, like 45-second bishop fights, like against a rank 4 bishop. It is just awesome, man. He's so good, and he's also pretty dang fast as well. So yeah, like right there, 22,000 heavy. We're just getting started as well. Like, this isn't even fully ramped. But Juggernaut's also just super annoying as well. So yeah, this fight, it's not his best one, but he has his redemption arc against Storm, because that fight is crazy good. But yeah, this fight is just super slow. I don't even want to commentate it, but I have to, because you know what? It would be boring without it, right? Unless my commentary is boring. But I feel like recently it hasn't been that boring. If it has been, I apologize, but I don't think it's been that bad. So yeah, we're just going to brush past that, and we're going to drop the SP3, which gives a nice attack rating increase, and it does a lot of damage at base too. So yeah, that's pretty sweet. And here we go for heavy attack. No crit, unfortunately. So we'll just try again. I lied. We're not going to do that. We're just going to do regular combos, I guess, which, you know what? If he wants to, he can just go ahead and do it. It's fine. I don't care. But I just realized this video is going to be like 20 minutes long, and I haven't done a commentary like marathon like this in a while, man. So yeah, to be fair though, I had to prepare for the Atuma and Namor showcases, because they're going to be like an hour long each. Oh man, I cannot wait for that one. I love Atuma so much. I like how I'm talking about other things when the video is about these 7-star characters. Look, I'm sorry, man. That Juggernaut fight was boring. But now we have Mysterio. So Mysterio, I actually pulled them from the new Feature Paragon crystals. Like the Lady Deathstrike one. No, the Danny Moonstar one. It debuted as a Paragon Feature Crystal. So you can pull like a 7-star Danny Moonstar. There was a screenshot going around where like someone pulled 2 7-star Danny Moonstars. That's crazy, man. That is so crazy. But yeah, I didn't get as lucky. I pulled 7-star Mysterio, though, which is still pretty dang lucky, though. And yeah, Mysterio is great. He is a great champion. He does, like, kind of want the ramp up for sure, but once he's fully ramped, his damage output is fantastic, man. He is a great, just hybrid poison and, like, basic attack damage dealer. So yeah, just a very awesome time. Like, 15,000 mediums right there. Quite amazing. And then we just go for one more medium attack. And yeah, that didn't crit. Doesn't matter, because we dropped the heavy attack. And look at that, man. 5,000 poison damage. It's pretty sweet. Like 5,000 per tick is very nice. I also remember though, back when this guy dropped, he was supposed to be like the biggest poison damage dealer in the entire game, but we like misinterpreted his kit, and we didn't know that he was going to scale the base attack only. So yeah, that kind of just like put the kibosh on everything. But yeah, he used to be like considered like one of the greatest poison damage dealers until he came out like in the game actually, and then yeah, it wasn't as good as we were thinking, but he's still pretty dang sweet damage wise. So yeah, it's like not even the biggest complaint. It's just funny how like we got him so wrong, but he's still very solid overall, don't get me wrong. But yeah, here we get 5,000 poison once again, and yeah, the fight is just over, man. But yeah, that was like 1:36, which is pretty dang sweet. And now we have Storm with War Machine, and you're gonna see right here just how like powerful this guy is damage wise, because oh my gosh, he just hits so dang hard. Like, it is awesome. It is so awesome. But yeah, we put on all the pre-fights because we can. Just like, why not, man? Why not just put on everything? And yeah, we do just that. So we have the skirmish, the support, and the other one, I forgot what it's called. But yeah, like, he does this very well. Like, his damage output is just, I think it's made for like these type of health pools, honestly. I feel like actually no, I think it's more like towards the Abyss type, because he just does so much damage like over time. But like the short fights he's still pretty good for, because the armor break has like a massive potency. So yeah, like right here, 10,000 mediums, that's still pretty dang solid. And yeah, he's just like a very solid damage dealer. And like I said too, utility wise, also pretty sweet. So yeah, I just love this guy. I feel like he is, like I said, the most hidden gem in this batch. If not him, then probably Gamora. But we'll get to Gamora in the next fight, because oh my gosh, that girl, she is crazy, man. She is like the craziest damage dealer I own as a 7-star. Actually, that's a good question. Is it between Hulk or Gamora? It's one of those two for sure, because everyone else, they just get stomped on by them damage-wise. But I feel like it's definitely one of those two for sure. Hulk is just a crazy damage dealer. Gamora, just as crazy. And there took like 89 damage on her like medium attack. That's pretty funny. Yeah, this guy just has so much tankiness as well. The armor up is like massive. I think it's like 4,000 or 5,000, which is crazy, obviously, right? So here I dropped the SP3, and she doesn't survive, unfortunately. I thought like we could just do a heavy attack or something, but nah, she just didn't make it. And now we have this Vision fight, and this is where Gamora debuts. So honestly, I feel like Gamora, she might just be the best champion in this batch. Like, she just has such crazy damage, man. It is so awesome. Like, she does so much damage so fast. It is just craziness, man. It's total craziness. She just hits so hard. And I love damage. I am a damage simp, like I said. So yeah, if you do damage, you're one of my favorites automatically. And yeah, she's also pretty easy to maintain. You just need to do like heavy attacks from time to time, and once you get that down, it is just such a straightforward time with her, man. So yeah, I love Gamora. She's just such an awesome character, and she's my only Cosmic 7-star, I believe. Yeah, I think she is. And I'm glad it's her, because I feel like the other ones, they are pretty dang sweet as well, but she is just the best damage dealer out of all of them for sure. And like Cosmic class, that is the damage class in my eyes. So yeah, if I'm getting like a Cosmic 7-star, I want it to be like a massive damage dealer, which Gamora is right there, 51,000 crit. Yeah, man, like she is just so good damage wise. It is so awesome. And yeah, 32,000 medium right there, and that was about 54 seconds, which is just insane. And I'm gonna let the rest of these play out. I'll come back and commentate on the Wolverine fight, because that fight is just crazy. And yeah, enjoy these like next 2 or 3 fights. Alright, now we have this Wolverine fight where the plan was I'm just gonna SP2 with War Machine, do it again, then SP3, and then only do heavy attacks to just try to get, like, as little hits as possible so like, he doesn't get the regeneration. And then, yeah, that was the game plan. Did it work? You're about to see. Because, you know, if it didn't work, I had Mysterio, like, as a substitute because he has his heal block. But, spoiler alert, it does work, and it works pretty dang well. Because War Machine has some of the craziest, like, damage per hit, like, amounts. Yeah, because his is just, like, his heavy attacks just do so much damage output. Another fun fact, Mangog, who's also a 7-star, has some crazy damage per hit as well. Because, he, like, does extra energy damage on his heavy attack, so you can just like spam that and there'll just be some pretty nuts damage. Well, it's not nuts damage, but it's damage, right? And you know, that's okay. Even if it's bad, it's still some nice damage per hit. And yeah, this fight, so we have like half the ramp now. We have the SP2s, like the armor breaks going, so we can just play it slow now, like not trigger too many regenerations. Well, it doesn't matter right now because like we don't have the SP3 yet, but once we have it up, we can just play it slow, only do heavy attacks, and just try to minimize the regeneration. And you're going to see here that I'm kind of a genius because the plan works perfectly. So we go for some heavy attacks here to like minimize the damage output. Then we drop the SP3. Okay, I lied. Now we drop it. Yeah, right there. Now we drop the SP3, and the damage output is quite crazy. So yeah, there goes like a third of his health. Then we drop the heavy attack. Then we drop it again, but then he gets a regeneration, so I'm like, okay, we need to chill out a little bit, right? But then I was like, you know what, I'll just do it again, and I did it again. And yeah, now the damage output is pretty crazy, 64,000 I think that was. Like, the heavy attacks do a lot of damage, man. And look at that, it doesn't stop, it just does not stop. Another 64,000 heavy attack, and then, yeah, some more non-crits. And I'm like, wow, this actually worked. He's just like, he's melting. He gets a second regeneration, but I'm like, you know what? I'll throw the SP3. He won't survive this, and he doesn't. Right there. That is just craziness, man. His damage output is just nuts. It is so good. And he did that fight with like absolute ease because his damage output he literally outdamaged the regeneration, which is just quite cool. And now we have the Sasquatch matchup. And this one I was a bit confused at first, but then like I read his kit again and I'm like, okay, that's why this is happening. And you're going to see here, he gets a lot of buffs, right? And Sasquatch has this ability where if the opponent has like 3 or more buffs, he gets like a massive increase to his combat power rate. And I didn't know this, so I was like, why am I gaining so much power? But then I realized, oh, it's because of that, huh? And yeah, he just gets so much power in this fight. And it's too much power because I like get my SP2 on accident like very often. So like right here, I get to my SP2 where I was like, what? How did that happen, right? But no, it's because of that one ability. I'm like, oh, okay, that's how it happened. And so I can just drop the SP1 here. He blocks it perfectly, so we can just go for that. We can do some more medium attacks. I pause, I go back in, I drop it again. And yeah, some nice crits there. And yeah, the fight is just where I want it to be, man. That is just how awesome Sasquatch is. I get to my SP2 again. That was not supposed to happen. That was supposed to be my SP1. And I'm like, wow, this combat power rate is just insane for no reason. But yeah, it's a cool ability, I guess. It makes him harder on defense for like a cosmic character. But yeah, we drop more SP2, 29,000 crit. And yeah, he just ends that fight in about like a minute and 11 seconds, which is pretty dang sweet. So yeah, that fight was pretty cool. Did not expect it to go like that for sure, but hey, it worked. And now we have the final fight, and Gamora is just gonna wipe the floor with these guys once again because, oh my gosh, her damage output is just crazy, man. It is just so crazy. I think she might be my favorite of this batch, honestly. Now that I think about it, it just might be Gamora because, like, oh my gosh, man. Her damage output is it's just so silly, man. It's just so silly because it's so fast as well. It's not like a massive ramp up. It is just 1 SP2, and yeah, there is your ramp up, man. Of course, there's like a utility problem, but like besides that, she's just so good. She's so good. So yeah, here we drop the SP2 after we go for the heavy attack to refresh the buffs, and yeah, some pretty nice damage here. And yeah, the fight is just pretty much over from now on because, like, what can he do, man? We have so much damage output going for us, and he just cannot do anything whatsoever. So yeah, we go for one more heavy attack here. We drop the SP2 one more time, and it gets some pretty nice numbers, like 57,000, man, which is pretty dang sweet. And yeah, the fight it's just over. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Let me know your thoughts on my 7-star champions. I really like this batch because I feel like they're all pretty much hidden gems besides Domino. But yeah, big fan of these guys. Let me know like about your 7-star characters, like who is your favorite one that you have. And yeah, that's about it for me.